Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of Chatter with the Squirrels. So once again, if you've been following our saga for the last 2 weeks, we're going to try to get Alan jacked in here and split screen us so that you get both of us on the screen. We got a new thing to do. Tap to invite a viewer, so we're going to try it. Here we go.
Hit the add button.
Add. All right, so we got some people tuning in. We're going to disappoint extra people this week, maybe. I don't know. All right. Hey.
Hello.
Looks like we made it happen, Alan.
Oh. Volume down.
Sorry about that, guys. Have we got it right yet?
I think so.
All right. So here we are, and thanks for tuning in. We're going to try to discuss a little bit about what the heck is War of the Sparks, or War of the Spark, to be more specific. So I'm the Deranged Hermit, Darren. This is my son, Alan. He is the nut collector.
That is correct.
You are locked up there, son.
Yeah, I apologize.
You are frozen.
I'm back.
We're still working on this technology thing, so bear with us, guys. We appreciate you tuning in there. I'm also going to try to pull this up on another computer and try to follow along with the chat. So, we have all kinds of gaming knowledge that amasses over 60 years of total knowledge.
Total gaming
knowledge. Plus, this is our third Facebook Live together. And that's probably more than you have, so we are the experts. So
that's right.
Thanks for tuning in. We would like you guys to post, share, tag, like, wow, love, whatever engagement thing you want to hit there so that more people get to see this and share it out there. We appreciate it. So, Alan, what are we talking about first this weekend? The first thing we go over is what's going on at the Guild this week.
All right.
And the first things are we're still doing Standard Showdown.
Tomorrow night,
6:30. It's also the last week for League. It is also the last league. Wizards announced this week that they're not supporting leagues going into the future. And in all honesty, the leagues have not been performing super well. So unless someone has a thing they'd like to try for leagues that I haven't thought of, I'm probably not going to be continuing them either.
Well, so we have our Commander League, and that's a good enough league for me.
That's a league. So I'm still trying to find us over here. So that Friday Night Magic this week is going to be Modern. Last Friday of every month is generally Modern.
Yep.
So if you haven't built a Modern deck yet, please build one every month. A Modern. So, plan to come out and play Modern. If you don't get a Modern built, bring your Standard, but it might get, you know,
a little overpowered. It might be a little underpowered.
It might not perform well, but it is legal. So come out and play Modern with us. $5. You win around, win a pack. So come out for that. And then on Saturday, we have Pauper this week. And again, Pauper, I've been doing it every month for months now. Come out and play Pauper. Commons. It's commons. You got commons. Build a common deck. $5. Win around. Win a pack. Same deal.
Play Blitz. You know.
I should be looking over there. He's in another world on another continent.
A whole other world. That's right.
So come out and play Pauper on Saturday with us. Alan, you want to talk a little bit about what's going on starting 2 Saturdays from now?
2 Saturdays from now, board game weekend? Yes, I'm going to talk about board game weekend. My wonderful wife, Shirley, is wanting to teach some people to play board games. We picked out a couple board games for this first board game weekend that we're going to be doing. One simple board game that a lot of people have played in the past, hopefully, and more people would like to play, and that is Munchkin. Munchkin is a blast to play with your friends. It's a blast to play with people you don't know. It's easier to screw them over.
That's really what Munchkin's about.
That's really what it is.
Be the last one standing and screw your friends over.
As it says, kill the monsters, steal the treasure, stab your buddy. That is Munchkin, and it's a blast. It's a lot of fun to play. We may bring our copy from home. It's a Wizard of Oz edition. There's a lot of different editions of Munchkin that have little different everything about them. They're themed, essentially. The other game, for all you Magic players, you guys might enjoy this as well. Heroes of Dominaria. Heroes of Dominaria. It is based on Dominaria, obviously. It is Magic-like. There are not Magic cards, but you do collect mana to use Planeswalker abilities. Looks like Shirley was just playing probably Munchkin, I'm going to assume, with the kids. Maybe Heroes of Dominaria, I'm not sure.
Could be. We're not there. We don't know, unless she tells us.
But Heroes of Dominaria, fantastic game. Played last night, played a couple different games. You have 4 different heroes to choose from, as well. It only shows you 3 on the cover. Chandra is also a choice. But build mana list, collect mana, use Planeswalker abilities. It's a good time. But we'll be doing that 2 Saturdays from now. That'll be the
2nd, and then again on the 23rd, I believe it is.
Yes. We have not picked out the game.
2 different Saturday night board game nights. So watch for those. Come out, play some board games. We're going to do Heroes of Dominaria 2 times this month, next month. Munchkin, one of them, and we're doing Small World the other. So we'll talk about that when it gets closer to it.
We'll talk about it closer on, yeah.
So watch for board game nights on Saturdays once or twice a month. So just be watching for those if you would. We're going to hit real quick. If you've been watching the last couple of weeks, I like to go over some stuff on Blogatog. And so this week we're going to hit some discussion on the War of the Spark. So
War of the Spark, going to be a good time.
Some things that I found interesting is that, first off, Mayro has already been teasing that there's something crazy about War of the Spark they've never done before. Some new element, something that's different about this set. So the big speculation is, and if you saw the teaser, if you haven't seen the teaser, go look for it. It's out there on that interweb thingy.
Yeah.
And watch it, but that there's going to be a lot of planeswalkers. They're going to be fighting Nicol Bolas, and some of them are going to die. And so it's a War of the Spark. So the hypothesis is that there will be a lot of planeswalkers in it. The problem with that is that Wizards only want so many planeswalkers in the standard environment at any one time. And planeswalkers are normally mythic. Other than the originals for Lorwyn, when there wasn't a mythic rarity, they've all been mythic. So there's only 15 mythic slots. You can only put 15 in.
And that's
a lot. That's a lot, but they can only put 15.
Other than Origins, is M19 the most planeswalkers we've seen? 5 in a set?
Right,
One of each color?
Sure. And so that's the deal that we've got going there. What I find interesting is that there's been a few questions on Blogatog that's kind of helping us dial into some stuff, and you just get some innuendo. So somebody asking, would you ever do a set with like 30 planeswalkers in it? And he responds, that would be crazy, with a smile. Somebody else asked about just checking my math, my sheet math. If you don't know what sheet math is, Wizards prints primarily on 121 card sheets, and it breaks down to where you get so many cards per rarity per sheet. So they're asking, 36 is greater than the number of mythic rares in a normal expansion, correct? And he goes, a normal set has 15 mythic rares. A normal set, okay? And then one last thing I wanted to point out is that somebody else says a sheet of uncut magic cards is 121. So this makes sense with rares and mythical distributions. Anyway, they're asking about uncommons, which normally there's 80 in a set. Right. And his response to that is that a few things. One, not all sheets are 121. I'm not sure that I ever knew that or saw them reference that. Maybe somebody that follows closer maybe knows that. Rarities can have more than one sheet, and other things like promos can be included on a sheet, but not put into that product. So these things lead me to believe a couple of hypotheses that I have about War of the Spark. And here's where we get into conspiracy theories that everybody sells their videos on. So if I'm a big content creator, this is where I hook you in. I reel you in. Number one of the things is that most standard sets anymore are 259 cards. Am I missing that?
259, I
58,
believe.
59 cards
Yeah.
in that neighborhood. What if we went back to some old set sizes? If you were old timers, you remember when we had some 350 card sets.
Yep.
And once upon a time, fifth edition, I believe it was 450 some cards.
458, I want to say.
I want to say that's right. A lot of cards. What if we had a bigger set? It would create more mythics, and then we could have more planeswalkers because there's a bigger place for mythics. So that's one theory that I came up with. I haven't seen anybody else really post that. It's probably out there. But my unique thing I came up with is that not that they put planeswalkers at rare. That's already been discussed in a lot of places.
Right.
And maybe give them 2 abilities instead of 3, so they're not as powered as they normally are.
I think is total possibility. I brought that up to you a week ago.
Right. So my latest idea is that they do rare planeswalkers, 2 abilities with no pluses, only minuses or 0 abilities that you have to basically kill so they lose their spark.
Right.
And then they transform to a legendary creature side, and then you have a legendary creature. So just the opposite of the Origin Walkers that were legendary creatures that gained a spark and transformed into a planeswalker. Now you have the opposite, and they lose their spark and become legendary creatures. As far as I know, if this ends up being a thing, unless you've seen it somewhere else, you heard it here first. So this is my thought. They minus down for small abilities, nothing that's game breaking, like fetch a land,
right.
Draw a card. Maybe they cost 1 or 2 mana, you get 1 or 2 uses, and then boom, lose the spark, transforms over.
I think that's a total
That's my thought.
I think that is very likely. Once you said it, it'd be very interesting and something we haven't ever seen. Literally the exact reverse of the Origins Planeswalkers. But yeah, something like create a 0/1 plant token or create a 4/4 elemental, but it immediately kills them, like you mentioned before. I think that would be a total possibility, and flip it back to a legendary planeswalker. If you have seen the teaser trailer for War of the Spark, it shows a chandelier full of candles, which we can assume represent the sparks, and the candles all eventually go out except for one.
It actually goes out at the end and forms the nickel bolus horns.
Forms the bolus horns. That's correct.
Right.
But I think that's a total possibility. We could see sparks being lost, whether that means death for planeswalkers or just we know they can lose sparks without dying. Teferi gave up
right. They don't have to die to lose their spark. They can lose their spark and then regain it. So we might have future storylines that take us to where they regain their sparks. And maybe even this storyline ends with loss of sparks and then some getting their sparks back. Wizards could pretty much do whatever they wanted. It's speculation. We're like other fans. We're going to speculate.
Right. That's what we do.
That's what we do. So this is our speculation on War of the Spark, what's happening. The other thing I was just noticing today, it's not War of the Sparks. It's War of the Spark. Singular. Well, I don't know what that means, but it's War of the Spark. So anyway, we're gonna jump right on past that as we dig in a little deeper here. And why don't you talk about your card of the week, Alan?
My card of the week.
He's picked a card of the week this week.
I pick a card of the week every week. This week, it is Smothering Tide. Get a little bit closer to the camera there so you guys can see it well. Smothering Tide is a white enchantment for a white and 3. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2 generic mana. And if the player doesn't, you create a colorless treasure artifact token with tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color. We all know what treasure is.
Gold.
It is Commander Gold.
It is Commander Gold.
I believe this is, I was telling Dad earlier, I believe this is truly an R&D response to Commander players' gripes about mono white not having ramp. Yes, I've seen it played in Standard. I've seen it played on Arena a little bit. But I believe this is completely a printing for Commander. We see that every now and then in Standard sets where they're not sure where else to put a card. It's printed into Standard. It also shows us Treasure in white, which Treasure was only in the Grixis colors in Ixalan where it was introduced. It was a pirate thing, only in Grixis colors. So I believe that's very interesting. It's a fantastic card. I actually didn't think it had any standard playability until somebody dropped it against me in a game of standard. And I'm like, oh crap, they're going to ramp. I'm not paying 2. I've already got my plan in mind. I can't pay 2. So Smothering Tide is my card of the week. And to tease, I'm going to go ahead and do my tease.
Just real quick, some of you'll notice that I threw a comment into chat. So I'm trying to follow along on a separate device and get some comments in there and interact with you guys. So if you've got a question or something, I'll try to do a little bit while he's talking, and we'll try to keep up with that.
Right.
So he's going to tease for next week. He's going to have a deck for us.
I'm going to have a deck list next week. I did not get a deck list ready this week. I apologize, Chris. I know you asked for deck list, but I am going to tease my deck for next week is going to be based around a Rakdos enchantment. I think we all know the new set.
What could it be?
What could it be?
What could it be?
It will be fun. It will either be a Rakdos or a Jund deck, but we will be building around a Rakdos enchantment, and I will try to be my very own mini Saffron Olive.
Oh boy, big shoes to fill for sure there. So I'm gonna just jump in real quick with a little tidbit, a little bit of let's say, not a rant. I might start doing some mini rants. I used to do rants on YouTube and so forth, so I might start doing some of those. So this isn't so much a rant as it's information for you. So MTG Arena is a thing now. You guys, if you haven't heard of it, check it out. That's fine. It's a way to play digital Magic that's more like Hearthstone. So it's got a better graphics. It's a better interaction, easier than MTG Online.
Free to play.
Free to play. It's got the microtransactions. So watch your wallet when you log on there. Bring your wallet into my place and don't watch it there. So I wanted to talk about Paper Magic versus MTG Arena. And what I want to talk about is the fact that, in my opinion, because there's a lot of Chicken Littles and Doomsayers and stuff out there, is that it's another way to play. It's, in a lot of ways, it's not any different when they debuted MTG Online, because MTG Online was another way to play Magic. It didn't kill Paper.
No.
Paper's still going. It's another way to play Magic like Modern. When they created Modern, it's another format, because MTG Arena is kind of its own beast. Yeah, you can play Standard on there, but they got best of one, which something that not everybody may know, but the league that's going away is really where they debuted best of one.
That's true.
You can play best of one in the league, and that's been going for a couple of years now, not MTG Arena. They debuted it in the league in Paper.
Right.
So it's another way to play. Not that different from Commander. Commander was a new way to play Magic. Yeah, it's a casual kitchen table, but it's a format. MTG Arena is going to allow you to play Magic in a different way. And so that's fine. It's just a new way to play. So
it's a good way to play from home when I work evenings sometimes now. I can't make it to the guild to play, but you know what?
I can't be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
1 a.m., I decide I want to draft. I can draft, you know?
Yes, Chucky, Duels was very similar, but it's no longer supported. But you can still go out there and find it.
Yeah.
And it was very popular for the time it was out.
It really was. It helped bring new people into Magic because they got it onto consoles. Which Arena is coming to consoles, guys. It's coming to mobile.
It's coming to your Android. It's coming to your things and all that.
It's going to be everywhere. We're still technically in a beta. I mean, they have.
I see it's at 12, Alan. That's a new record, I think.
We were at 16 a little earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Now I can't see it any better that way. So,
but yeah,
we'll stick with it this way.
Arena's everywhere. I've been playing a lot of Arena in the preseason. I didn't make it to platinum level like I would like to, which is still far off from the Mythic where the pros are. But I made it to Gold Tier 1 or Gold Tier 2. And I've only ever spent the $5 starter pack. So don't get caught up in microtransactions. You can play Magic for free, guys.
So, Alan, I have to tell you the Arena stuff. I don't do digital play. I only do tabletop Paper. So I will try to keep up on it as much as I can. But as far as gameplay goes and that stuff, I'm just not going to be your source. But we're going to get him to jump in there with that kind of stuff. Let's see.
You have a deck list as well yourself that you want to talk about today, Dad, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not a deck
So
list you made, but a deck list you
no,
want
this
to.
this is an abomination. I just wanted to highlight, if you haven't heard of it, there's this thing called mono blue aggro, and it's serious enough a deck that BBD, if you don't know who that is, Google that, go look up Brian Brown doing. Put it in his top 5 decks in standard.
It's in
Mono
a couple
blue
top
aggro.
8s, hasn't it?
Yeah, mono blue aggro. It's an abomination. Blue is not supposed to be aggro. I applaud the fact that you can build a blue aggro, but I am appalled that you can build a blue aggro because
you can build good blue aggro.
it still gets its normal good stuff, plus it got good blue creatures. The most appalling part of the deck is that it has 19 islands. No other lands, 19 islands. That's what mono red
That's
aggro
what Red
plays.
Deck Win runs.
Red Deck Win runs 17 to 19. This is wrong. The creatures, low casting cost, I get all that. The things that blow it out of the waters, it still has the counter spells like Spell Pierce.
Spell Pierce.
And it's got the card filtering with Opt, Chart of Course, you know.
Yeah.
It's got the counter spells and Wizard's Retort, Essence Capture, Protection in the form of Dive Down.
Right.
These are all things that just are wrong. And so I believe it to be an abomination. So that is the deck list I'm talking about this week. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It's just that simple.
If you guys have played against it, you know it's no fun.
If you guys are liking what we're doing, like I said earlier, like, share, post, tag, wow it, love it, hate it, I guess. It would still share out there, and we'd infect the whole internet. So we're still trying to infect the whole internet. So if we can do that,
there's no such thing as bad publicity.
It'd make us happy to infect the whole internet.
See, Cheryl here just popped something up.
Oh, yeah, it's actually Ricky.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think all of them will be permanent. Some of them might be. It's a pretty foregone conclusion that Gideon's going to die. Gideon's going to die.
There's a lot of foreshadowing in that 30-second teaser trailer.
Gideon, if you're a Gideon fan, you may just lose him. If you're a Jace fan, Jace will never die. Jace is never going to die because he's the poster boy.
Yeah, Valerian is the name of the official font of Magic now. They're not killing Jace.
Yeah, they're not getting rid of Jace. Chandra also is pretty safe. She is like she polls as the number 2 planeswalker for Wizards.
Right.
In case you didn't know, she polls as number 2. I'd say she's pretty safe. But again, I think some temporary spark loss, and I don't know how far they're going to keep it. Maybe there won't be 30. There's going to be 30-some planeswalkers on Ravnica in the storyline. They can all be represented without cards. They can be in the art. They can be in the flavor text. Right. They don't necessarily have to have cards. But I think it's very likely that we see a lot larger number.
I agree. It's what they've been building up to. They've been building up to the Planeswalker Battle Royale for years now. And it's here.
I believe that's true, yeah. I wanted to remind all of you, too, that I sell games. You guys know that.
You sell games?
I sell games.
Oh, wow.
But I also buy used games and comic book collections. So I've got a vault in here. If you guys ever been in the vault, there's a vault. Check out the vault. I've got a few used games, but I'd like to see some come in, you know. And comic book collections, I pick those up when I get wind of them and get a chance, and it's worth my while, obviously. But to use games, I have people coming in and looking for stuff all the time. Yeah. And when I go to Gen Con every year, I try to pick up what I can. But to be honest, there's a lot of great deals at Gen Con at the auction. But the deals are great to buy, not great to buy and resell. But I pick up what I can. If I can pick up a $5 book I can sell for $10, I do that. But a lot of times, I can pick up $10 or $15 books that I could sell for $10 or $15.
Right.
Let's just be honest. So I just want to make sure everybody knew that I do buy the used games, you know. And, you know, if you've got some old D&D stuff laying around you don't play with anymore, if you've got a comic book collection, 100, 1,000, whatever, give me a chance.
Somebody else out there wants it.
Give me a chance. It might not be me that can buy them, and if I can't buy them, then maybe I can point you towards somebody who can. So I'm not sure if I have any of those. I'd have to look in the 3,000 or 4,000 books that are in the vault.
We'll
Come in
look
and
for you.
check.
We'll look for you, D, at some point and let you know.
Yay, Gen Con, you bet.
Uh,
So that was one of the things I wanted to highlight. I guess the last thing I really wanted to highlight for me is that Small World 2. Is there Small World 2? There's just expansions,
There's
right?
expansions, but
Okay.
you know,
It's not like a movie, Michelle. It's not a movie.
That's Caitlin. I would not be surprised for them to release a sequel to board games at some point, though.
If you followed me in the past with my Earl Squirrel and my deranged hermit rants on YouTube, I have a YouTube channel which really hasn't been posted to lately because we started kind of getting into these Facebook lives.
We do go ahead and post these Facebook lives over to YouTube afterwards. Though.
Do we?
Well, you were.
I'll start doing that.
You did the first one.
I did the first one. I missed the second one. Man, I need an IT guy. Can you be my IT guy?
I guess I'm now the IT guy.
Anyway, a little over a year ago, I did a State of the Store, sort of like the presidential State of the Union. And I guess much like the president who gave his late this year because of the postponement, I've been postponed. And so I'm going to tease for you today that I'm going to do a new State of the Store. And it will either be a separate video, which I post up, and I'll let you guys know, or it will be a majority of next week's cast. And what we're going to be talking about in that is what's going on in my store? Why am I still here? How am I still here? How will I stay open? What keeps me open? Why do I do what I do? And we're going to dig into some of the stuff Wizards of the Coast because I am primarily a Magic store, but I do have board games. I support a Yu-Gi-Oh community. Got used comic books, used games, role-playing games. A little bit more diverse than just Magic. But we will be discussing some of the moves that Wizards of the Coast has made recently. And if you've been out on that interweb thingy, you've heard all the discussion about MSRP, and you've heard the discussion about Wizards selling direct and Amazon. And you guys have to have heard about shop local. That's not a Wizards thing. That's just a real life thing. So I'm going to get into why you should shop local. I'm going to get into why you should support your local game store. And I'm going to get into why I don't give a crap if you do or don't if this isn't what you want. If you're not interested in supporting a local game store, if you're not a regular, if you're not someone who understands the value of a community that your LGS tries to bring, whether it's me or another store, then you're not somebody who should be listening to my cast right now. You're not somebody that even registers to me. I want to be here for my community. And so that's going to be part of the State of the Store. So I'll get into it more deeply. Maybe this is a good teaser, maybe not, but I'll be pretty frank with you.
Anybody can watch. We need all the viewers we can get. Don't
I am here. I am here to make money. That might be a shocker to you, but I have to make money. I have to make money. Wizards of the Coast has to make money. Paizo has to make money. They do Pathfinder. The people who make Small World, what is that? Days of Wonder.
Days of Wonder.
Days of Wonder has to make money.
Right.
There's lots of people at Marvel has to make money.
Steve Jackson Games has to make.
Steve Jackson Games makes Munchkin. All the people have to make money. To make money, they have to sell stuff for more than they have in it. It's just simple economics, and I'm really going a little deeper than I meant to. But stay tuned for a State of the Store. Like I said, it's possible we just do it as part of next week's cast, and I don't do a separate video. We'll see. On a personal level, I've had an illness in the family that's kind of taken a little of my attention, and so that might affect me being able to do something before next week. We'll see.
Michelle must have tuned in late, but for our game night, I've talked about earlier, we're going to be doing Munchkin, and we're going to be doing Heroes of Dominaria. Both wonderful games. Come on out. We'd love to teach you how to play
Both for sale at your local game store, Grove Gamers Guild. So anyway, I think I've hit all the points on my sheet. Do you have anything left? Because we don't want to hold these people all night.
No, I don't think. I am going to just throw this up to show again real quick.
What's our time at? Can you see our time?
I can't see our time on mobile.
I can't on mobile either. I had a time running before, so.
This is one of the games that we're going to be demoing for our game night. Played it last night, like I said earlier. The blast. I think you would really enjoy it. You enjoyed Small World. I think you'll enjoy this. And then also, we will be doing Munchkin.
Munchkin's awesome. There's
a lot of really enjoy Munchkin. You can play it with the kids and everything, and there's a dozen versions of it. Okay, there's probably 100 versions of Munchkin out there.
There's
But,
more than a dozen. I don't know if there's 100. There's more than a dozen.
right.
So anyway, anybody have a last minute question or anything like that? I don't know what 942 means. What does 942?
I don't know. I don't know what 29 means. I don't.
Are we saying random numbers? 11, 27, 27. Weird Al's favorite number. 27. 27.
Frank wants to see me do the rebuttal to your
42.
state of the
A
store.
rebuttal? A rebuttal to what?
Your state of the store. That's what Frank says.
What's a rebuttal to a state of the store?
Uh,
A rebuttal? I know what the state of my store is. How's he going to rebut? Is he going to tell me my store's in better shape than I think it is?
hell,
What
I
you
can do
mean,
that.
Frank? You're going to have to clarify that, my friend. For those of you in the chat that sees Frank, he owns C&K up in Bolivar. So shout out
Great
to Frank.
store.
Runs a great store up there. It's been growing really large. They have a great community up there for all types of players. So if you're ever in Bolivar, definitely go say howdy to them.
I need to come see your new store, Frank. I apologize that I haven't been there yet. I know Dad saw the new place. I still need to come up and take a look. So.
Right. Oh, that's minutes. 942 minutes we're at. Woo! Okay. Well, we want to try to knock it off at 30 minutes. So 20 to 30 minutes seems like a good number for us.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, Michelle gives Frank a high. So, awesome, guys. So, again, post up any questions, comments, concerns. Please share this.
Please share.
Like it. What's the other things? A
Wow
tag, wow it, all those things. We appreciate them all. And yeah, we hit a new high. Looks like you said 16.
I think I saw 16 or 17 viewers at one
and
point.
we had what was it, over 400 views last week?
Yep.
Which was up over 100 from the week before.
We're at 9 right here. We've had 9 or 10 people watch the entire thing, which is fantastic.
We do appreciate all you guys and hope that there's value here. If there's not,
come down and play Heroes of Dominaria with us, Frank. I'll teach you how to play.
If there's not value in the stream, I would really like to hear what you think would bring value to it so that we can bring more value to it. Because we enjoy doing it, but I guess we just like making fun of ourselves. But hey, it took us 3 weeks and we got the split screen.
We got
working.
split screen finally after 3 weeks.
Who knows what we can do? And I actually replied to a comment earlier. So
yeah, we're getting there, guys.
If I can get him to take over more stuff, I can maybe answer questions.
Next time I'll have to have my laptop here too, answering things.
Yeah, Frank, get down here. What happened to the pre-release things?
Right.
Hey, I'm going to leave frame for a minute.
Oh yeah. I know what he's going to get. And Frank, you guys, we got to figure something out because, well, we need to keep winning this.
I still have possession, and nobody's come to try to claim it. I've been to your store a couple pre-releases, kicked a little bootay while I was up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Is the last one that we went to, did me and you win the last one we were at?
I don't know. I went up there and kicked some booty one time, so I've been with you. Anyway, we are running long and don't mean to do that because we're just dragging it out. But we still got 10 viewers, so we must be somewhat entertaining. Anyway,
I'm just a good-looking guy.
I don't see any comments or questions that we need to answer. So I appreciate all you guys, and we look forward to seeing you come into the shop. And like I said, comment, ask questions. We'll do what we can to make it better.
Come on down to the guild where everybody knows your game.
That's his slogan.
That's right.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. I'm going to finish it up. We do appreciate you. Till next time.